Hello everyone. I'd like to share some of my tips from my trip to the Cooperstown AllStar Village that will hopefully help you with your trip. First, while your player will be staying with his teammates in the AllStar Village, you will need a place to stay for you and your family. Stay in a property that's familiar to you. We stayed in a property owned by the Cooperstown AllStar Village, and it was just absolutely disgusting. The room was so humid, you were moist, everything in your suitcase was moist, and it just was not a pleasant experience. I will include the links down below of where you shouldn't stay. So here's some recommendations of what to send with your player. Well, the bunks do have an air conditioning unit, and you know by the list that you probably already received from the coach, your manager, you will need a pillow and you will definitely need a bottom sheet. You don't really need a heavy sleeping bag. I would send a light sleeping bag or maybe even a light blanket. An important tip that I know your player will appreciate. These bunks were built before all of our kids had the electronics that they carry around now, so there's only maybe 2 or 3 outlets in each bunk. So I would definitely recommend that one of your players bring a power strip. You could even send with your player a wireless charger. Of course, that wireless charger will also need to be charged, so now you're back to somebody bringing that power strip. Again, if one kid brings it, it's very helpful. So now let's talk about drinks and snacks. Well, the website says you're only allowed to bring water and no Gatorade or snacks in the bunks, and while when you are checking in your player, you will have to pass a guard shack where somebody will be in that guard shack looking what everybody's bringing in. There's always a way to get some snacks in one of those string bags that every kid has now. All right, parents, here is a tip for you. There is a lot of walking in Cooperstown. Your cars are going to be parked up at the top of the hill, and all of the fields are at the bottom of this big hill that you may have heard about. It could be 70 degrees the week that you go, it could be 100 degrees. I would recommend you packing many changes of clothing. Of course, you could always do some shopping while you're up there. So let's talk about the pin trading that I'm sure you've heard about. I would recommend getting there early. It looks like the pin trading started by at least 9 or 10 a.m. By 1 o'clock. It seemed that all the pin trading was already over. You can get a special pin towel to put the pins on or a pin bag. However, I noticed most of the kids were really walking around with Ziploc baggies as they were doing their trading. And also on the first day, they have opening ceremonies, which is a type of pep rally. You will be sitting in the stands with the rest of your family, and each team will enter the stadium. There is an MC that announces the team, and the teams follow behind their team banner. So you want to make sure that your team does indeed have a banner. The MC also creates a type of competition between the team's families where everybody can cheer. You can bring noisemakers, pom-poms, fat heads of your son's face, and so that's a lot of fun on the opening night. Most likely, when your player is not playing the game, he will be spending the rest of his time with his teammates. A lot of times they go and watch the other games or do some kind of activity, or there's even a pool by the bunks. That means you and your family will have a lot of downtime. There is a lot of wonderful restaurants in Oneonta, some awesome farm-to-table restaurants, including this wonderful 60s vibe deli in town. I will include the links of those too down below. On your last day, when you go to pick up your souvenirs in the Souvenir Shop, and you know you're going to buy souvenirs, on the outside of the Souvenir Shop are a bunch of white tents. One tent is where you can order pictures of your son playing, but there's another tent where you can pick out a video of any one of your son's games. They will not let you see what the video looks like. You have to order it sight unseen, and I want to recommend to not buy that video. First of all, it takes weeks to receive, and when we received it, it didn't even work. It stopped halfway through, and the quality was absolutely awful. So my recommendation is definitely don't buy that video. Finally, my son had a great time, we had a great time, and I would like to wish all of you have a great time at the Cooperstown AllStar Village. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.